Hey, what's up? If we look out in a crowded place or we look anywhere we go, anywhere we walk, we see people carrying so much weight on their bodies. People are ballooned up, walking around barely inching by because of how much weight they have. So the question is, why does modern society look the way it does? Why is everybody so sick and obese? Mostly everybody is overweight. Everybody knows about diets and weight loss and exercise, but no one really questions nutrition. What do we eat? We eat garbage, straight up garbage. There is no nutrient density to the foods that we eat. When you go to the supermarket, everything is processed, everything is packaged. You turn around, you look at the ingredients list, and it's a paragraph long of things you can't even pronounce or understand. And this isn't food. This is processed, man made material that we perceive as food. Fried foods, frozen foods with preservatives, the MSG. If you walk into a grocery store, the first section you'll see is the produce section. That is the only food that is within the grocery store. There's wings and there's pizza and there's dairy and there's aisles of an entire wall full of different cheeses, entire wall of different animal carcasses, different body parts, hot dogs and bacon and this. You think that this is just normal. You never really ask yourself what you're eating. You just eat it. What we see out there is a direct result of our choices and how we created a food pyramid, and we dictate the dietary needs of humans based off of this pyramid. But this pyramid, it's not evidence-based research. This is off of corporations. The corporations, the meat industry, the dairy industry, they pay the FDA to suggest eating meat and eating dairy for calcium, for protein, for this and for that. And we don't ask why, or we don't ask for the evidence. We just follow whatever they tell us. And all of us are guilty. We're brought up in a system. We're not taught to think for ourselves. We just do what we're told. And this food pyramid tells us to eat meat. We eat meat. We really need to focus and start looking into what types of foods are healthy. We are nutrient deficient. We are eating the wrong foods and we are making the wrong decisions for our lives. And if you're the type of person who has a sickness or has an illness, or you know someone who has an illness and nothing is making them better, and they go to the doctors and they have different medicines and prescriptions and this and that, and nothing's making them better, it is their diet. It is their dietary choices that it's directly responsible for how they look and how they feel. You're not getting the proper nutrients you need. You're not drinking the proper amount of water. You're not having the proper amount of exercise or cardiovascular activity. All these are very important for our physiology. And there's a lot of research coming out now about how animal products affect our health and how animal proteins and animal products are the number one causes of heart disease, diabetes, cancer, osteoporosis, obesity. There are so many diseases that manifest when we consume animal products. When we consume meat, it's actually very harsh on our intestinal tract. It's very hard for us to digest meat, and it takes a lot of energy for us to digest meat. And one of the reasons why people are so sick is because they have very poor gut health. And the animal proteins are a bad source of bacteria for the gut. They're very harsh on the intestinal tract. And a lot of people have these ideas about protein and this and that. It's all word of mouth. Everybody has an opinion, but nobody has a mind to research anything. Research your own topics, because beans and legumes and nuts and seeds, they have more protein than any animal product out there. Spirulina, wheatgrass, kale, spinach, all these plant protein sources are complete, whole, nutritious, and beneficial for your body. There is no animal out there that can supply the nutrients and the protein per serving that a plant can. Plants beat animal products all day long. All day long. And that's the reality. That is the raw truth. There are tons of doctors out there who study and research this information and come up with hard evidence. And they have thousands and thousands, millions of patients who are healing their bodies, who are feeling vibrant and healthy, who are reversing diabetes, reversing heart disease, reversing cancers, curing cancers with plant-based nutrition, with nutrition. We're responsible for our bodies and for our well-being. And when we put these things into our bodies, we become personally responsible for the after effects of these products. So we run to the doctors and we ask them, I feel slow, I'm having pain in my knees, I have no mental clarity, I have no focus, I'm having stomach issues, I'm getting sick a lot. And the medical system, that'll be a whole nother video, but they prescribe you pills to suppress your symptoms and you continue on your way. Pharmaceutical drugs, but the underlying cause, the illness, is still there. So that will not take care of your problem, and that will not last long. You have to take care of the root cause, which is a nutrient deficiency, and you have to stop eating poison. Straight up. There's no other answer for it. Eat it. It's time that we start asking ourselves, and it's time that we look at the evidence that is staring at us right in our face. Walk into a hospital, walk into a Walmart, walk into a crowded place. Look how many people are overweight and sick as a direct result of our dietary choices. So when we begin to take care of our bodies and we begin to take care of our health and we become educated and we understand the proper diet, the proper nutrients our body needs, and you test this out. You research and you test out with your food choices and you see the results from that. You see the energy that you have. You feel clarity and focus and vibrancy. The proof speaks for its own. And you make a decision based off of what you feel. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't become vegan just because an influencer told you to. Don't become vegan just because it's a fad or it's a trend. Do your own research and decide what you want to do with your life. Test things out. Nothing has to be 100%. Just because you want to go plant-based doesn't mean you have to stop eating all your favorite foods completely and cut it out in one day. Do what works for you. You'll know what's good for you and what's not good for you. And you'll stay away from the processed stuff. You'll stay away from the garbage. You'll stay away from the junk. You'll know it. Your body is very intelligent. Your body knows how to heal itself. Your body knows what it needs. And your body is speaking to you all the time. And your physical well-being depends on your conscious food choices and the way you take care of your body. Your overall wellness is your direct responsibility. So if you don't feel good, it's your responsibility to do something about that. And there's plenty of information out there and there's plenty of information online that you can research. But one thing that I want to get across in this video is that we have to start asking ourselves, we have to start getting in tune with ourselves and doing something about the way we feel. We cannot allow this to go on any longer. There are millions and millions of people out there who are sick, who are obese, who are struggling with diseases and illnesses. And we really need to sit down and ask ourselves, why is this? This is not normal. This is not okay. And this is not acceptable. We can't just go on like this. We have to take a stand and become educated and do something about this. So my recommendation of what I have done for my own body is a plant-based diet. Try something new. Just because you've been doing something your entire life doesn't mean it's the only way to do it. You really can change your life. It just takes a decision. There's no excuses for not taking care of your health. Nobody wants to go to the gym. Nobody wants to eat salad. Nobody likes these things, but we have to do them as an obligation to take care of our bodies. You're never going to choose going out and exercising versus sitting at home and watching TV. You're never going to want or crave the water over the soda because you have these cravings and the attachments and you've been eating these foods for so long. But the longer you stay healthy, the longer you stay on a healthy diet, those cravings will go away. And start taking care of your body, start taking care of your health. Drink more water, eat better foods, watch out for the processed stuff, exercise, take care of your mental health. And there's so many tools and resources that we can use to promote overall wellness. Don't be stuck in a system that creates sickness and then suppresses the symptoms. This is not health. This is not well-being. We need to take charge of our health so that we don't need to go to the doctors. We don't need to go to the hospital for some illness. Our bodies are very intelligent. They know how to heal themselves. And we have to allow them to do that by giving them the proper nutrients and the proper energy sources that our bodies use. It's a little challenging at first, but once you get the hang of it, man, you have so much energy. You feel fantastic. Your mind is just so clear. And it's like, once you make the switch, and you decide to start eating healthy, natural foods and stay away from the boxes and all the processed stuff, you will see a world of difference in your life. And that's what I want for everybody. And I have a lot of compassion for all the people who are out there who are sick, and it's not their fault. They just do not know the true information about our choices. All of us are very privileged to live in these first world civilizations to where we can just drive to the store and we can pick and choose whatever we want off the shelves. There's no excuse for you to walk past the produce aisle and go straight to the meat and the dairy. There's no reason why you have to choose that stuff. There's no reason why you need to go buy a bag of Cheetos or a box of Cheez-Its. You know that stuff is bad for you. We know what's good for us. We know it's healthy. And the more you think organic and the more you think natural and you choose natural products, you're going to feel how a human being is supposed to feel. Vibrant and healthy and happy and joyful. This is what we're meant to experience out of life. And if you're tired of sickness, you're tired of illness, this is your answer. This is the first step, is to really take care of your wellness, take care of your health, your mental health, and your body, and really connect with yourself and really dive in and do the work to create a happy, beautiful life. And that is my hope for everybody, is that they really tune in with themselves and find out what works for them and live a life of joy and happiness and health and vitality so you can experience the things you want to experience, to live the life you want to live. And any information that you guys have questions about, I'm always here. Don't hesitate to ask, whether that's from health and nutrition to fitness to meditation, spirituality, questions about the government, about our minds, psychology, suppression, anything. Shoot me a message, ask anything, and I'll respond and I'll make videos on what you guys want to see, what people want to know about. I just want to give my perspective and my outlook on this world. I've been researching and studying and meditating for years, and I've taught so many people, and I just want to bring this to a larger audience and share my knowledge and share my wisdom with this world. And that is my job here as a coach. That is my job here as a teacher. And I want to offer that to you. And I want to offer you a safe, open environment, a safe space to ask anything. There are no wrong questions. And there's a lot of misconceptions and there's a lot of judgment out here. But this is not one of those places. So I appreciate it. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. And that's it. I appreciate it. Average. People were a more average weight.